Welcome to Man Matters Podcast, where combat sports, mindset, and real life lessons collide. Hosted by Derving and Nate, we dive into jiu-jitsu, wrestling, MMA, and the grind that shapes athletes inside and outside the mat. Every episode we bring stories, strategies, and raw conversations that fuel growth, resilience, and community. Stay tuned because it's more than a fight, it's a lifestyle. Hello, welcome back to Man Matters Podcast with Derving and my co-host Nate. How's it going, man?
It's going good. How are you?
Doing good. In the holidays after Thanksgiving, it's like the grace period. But I think I enjoyed too much turkey during Thanksgiving. I would step on my scale after Thanksgiving. I was gaining like 8 pounds. I was like, oh, fuck. I gotta get back in the gym.
Crazy how fast that gets on there.
Yeah. It takes you all year to lose 20 pounds, and during 3 days, you 8
Gain
pounds
half
up.
that back.
Just like, what the hell? Is this the same scale? There's a running joke meme about for Thanksgiving, make sure you set your scale 10 pounds back for tomorrow.
yeah, that's no lie.
Because later you step on it, you'll be surprised. Like, dude, where did that come from? It was protein. It was turkey.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, right?
Little do you know, this is hurting you.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good. It was very relaxed. Wow. Ran the turkey trot, and then I cooked a meal for my girlfriend and I in the evening. Actually, so I got a ham from work, and I was going to cook that, but I never planned thawing it correctly. So I was trying to thaw that, but it was rock solid still. So there was no way I was doing that. So I cooked some salmon.
Okay.
That was the thawed meat that I had.
It's pescatarian Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Chili don main version. There's a lobster tail.
Yeah, right.
That's what eat a lot up there, right? Maine?
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of lobster.
Yeah, quite a bit. Yep. It's pretty expensive, so I mean, it's not like a regular thing, but there is quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like lobster rolls, as I say, up there. But man, yeah, dude, when it comes to like those kind of meat, you have to thaw it out like a day before. It'll take forever for it to thaw out.
That ham, it was like 2 days in the fridge before even the outside was like thawed enough to be somewhat soft. So that, yeah.
The one time my parents went out when they were traveling. They're in Panama. And I think it was just my siblings and I were here. And dude, I cooked this ham. I'm trying to find like a paleo recipe. Dude, that tastes like shit. And I was the only one that ate the ham for the whole week. This is the only thing I ate for the whole week. So I ate this shit for the rest of the week. Nobody else ate it. Keep it in the fridge.
Don't let it go to waste.
No. I used to work for this company. It's closed now. It's a factory for drawers. And for Christmas, they used to give you a what they call a butt. So like barbecue.
Okay.
It's already cooked. You have to go and get it. And that's what I like ate for like during that time, during like Christmas.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, dude, I just have to go get the sauce for somewhere.
Yeah.
Just dip it in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's delicious.
Yeah. Give me a sandwich with it. You can eat it just by itself with something else.
Yeah.
Just pushing it out. But most usually like turkeys have a lot of Thanksgiving, but like for your family during Christmas, it's usually like a common dish.
We had spiraled ham quite a bit. That was probably like the main meat course. Sometimes, like if we went over to my grandmother's place, we'd have like a buffet of, you know, those little tiny sub sandwiches that are like really short.
The slider?
Yes, it's kind of like a hot dog bun, but really short. A little bit, it's better bread than a hot dog bun as well. But we would have like plates of those, and it would be like chicken salad, egg salad, seafood salad, like just like all these different rolls to choose from, and that's great. I loved that growing up. That was all the options, so good.
But what that you talk about like a pigs in the blanket, the subs, or no?
No, not even. I really wish I could remember what they were called, but it's like I don't know how to describe it other than like it's like half of a hot dog bun but thicker and
Okay,
better bread.
okay. A lot of things here are also like around food, and I realized that because now bring out those food, remind me of Super Bowl. It's like a Super Bowl food.
Mm,
People like a lot of people get together and they bring food for the game, even though like your team is not there, just enjoy the game or just like
right.
the commercial.
Yeah. It really it's funny how often that's the case. I mean, food tends to bring people together, I guess.
Yeah, like cook a couple of ribs,
Mm, yeah.
rack of ribs. I think Costco have different promotion for ribs. I think it's like it comes 3 ribs in one, and they're already seasoned, so you just like cook them.
That's nice.
I think it's like $27 for 3 racks of ribs. They're already seasoned.
3 racks? Wow.
Especially you had like a Super Bowl or something like that, like a
Yeah.
party coming on,
That's
dude.
really good.
You're set if you. That's what you bring into the party. But yeah, man. But back to the show. UFC like this weekend, as far as MMA news, is UFC 323. It is the last pay per view that UFC is having, and moving to before they move into Paramount Plus streaming. I've heard that this is the last match that UFC is going to have for the 6-week period until they do Paramount Plus for the first fight. When's UFC 324?
Well, they do have fight night on December 13, but yeah, it looks like the last big event that you can see for a bit.
Yeah. So it is 13, and then January 24th is the next pay per view card.
Okay. Yep.
It's a long period. This is the first time they have like something like that since COVID. They have matches during that time.
Mm-hmm.
That's streaming rights, man.
Yeah.
Something I saw also recently was Hunter Campbell said that they were going to release some fighters if they were not active or fighting.
Yes.
You hear about that? What do you think about that?
I mean, to me, it makes sense. I mean, I would hope they would be more lenient if in case of like injury or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it kind of makes sense. I could see the push. You want more matches out of fighters, and knowing that that's kind of hanging over your head, I would think be looking more for matches
Mm-hmm.
because it's not good. It's not good for anybody to just have somebody sitting there not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Or also on the other hand, is it going to involve every fighter? Because John Jones and McGregor haven't fought in a while. They're the cash cows. Is he going to apply the same rule to them?
Doesn't seem likely. Doesn't seem like he's done that in the past. I don't think it'll
No.
start.
No. I mean, Conor McGregor, as far as the drug protocol, remember he failed because of failure to update his address. So he's suspended currently. I mean, Vanderlei Silva, he was suspended for life when he ran away from the drug test back in the day. But now look at Conor McGregor.
This guy makes a lot more money.
Yeah. Vanderlei Silva was an old cow. We didn't need him anyway. He's fighting Charles Sonnen. UFC 323, we have Henry Cejudo versus Payton Talbot, which is an up-and-comer prospect as far as he seems like he's going to be a kind of like Sean O'Malley as far as like attracting people to the sport, marketable. Henry Cejudo, I don't know how marketable that guy is.
Yeah. Not much anymore, I don't think.
No, he'd be good as a coach if he's quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. If he just never talked.
Yeah. I'm usually not a big fan of AI videos when people put on there for the instructional thing, but for Henry Cejudo, I'll make exception. You can use a couple of those instead of having him.
Yeah.
Triple C. cringe.
Slightly less cringe. AI.
Yeah, even the AI cringes.
Gosh, that'd be the worst if you had an AI that was trained up on him.
Yeah. Welcome to Skynet. You're gonna take over internet. Yeah, former champion Jan Malkovich is in the main car as well. Macy Barber coming back of injury. She's competing too. Terrence McKinney. He is a guy to look for in this car. Earlier in the year, he got a TKO in February. And then UFC 317, he had a submission against American top team Vyacheslav Broshev. It was a wicked, like I said up north, it was a wicked guillotine that he had him in. It was a guillotine mount. And that guy was flopping like a fish trying to get out of that thing. Just not flipping out of that.
That's some desperation right there. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine how much that's a grind.
It is demoralizing to say the best way. Being stuck mount and being guillotine. Cause he should get guillotine for somebody on the bottom, but if they're on top of you, good
Right.
luck.
Yeah.
I just seen this early prelims. Interesting. They have Edson Barbosa in the early prelims versus Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner, he retired. He's coming out of retirement. He said he had to figure out some stuff. Consider he's just 30 years old. He's not a tarantula. He is 6'2" and fights at 155.
Whoa.
Yes, it's a big guy.
That's a big dude. Yeah. Wow. He's got some reach.
Yeah. Against Edson Barbosa. 55. Edson Barbosa, a little long in the tooth, 39 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting up there.
Another guy that's fighting in the early prelims is Marvin Vettori. He just lost against Brandon Allen, his last fight. Marvin Vettori, two-time middleweight title contender. He lost against Brandon Allen decision. Man, it's been a rough year for him. He lost in March against Roman Dolce, and he lost in July to Brandon Allen. Both of the decision. I can't remember who he's training with. He changed camps. He used to be with Rafael Cordero, Kings MMA. So he changed camps now recently. I want to say he's American top team. That's what he's training out of. This is a big camp too.
He's not been doing the best.
Then you see why he changed camp?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 2021, he's, 1-2, and then one loss in 22, a lot. Okay, 1-1 in 23, nothing in 2024, and then two losses in 2025 so far. That's rough.
I think his brother died
with this new
recently
camp
too.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
So hopefully, and that's what the Brandon Allen was canceled, and they redid it again. They're supposed to fight in April. Brandon Allen, but he had a match with Dolce. But yeah, hopefully, yeah. Do you think he'll get cut after this if he loses this one? He's in the early prelims now.
Wait, it wouldn't be surprising. How?
But against Bruno.
Have you noticed any insignificant pattern in people getting cut like that? I mean, obviously losing, you get it, but certain number of losses.
I will say get dominated. The game finish. Make more sense getting cut. Getting submitted or getting. Because look at Tony Ferguson. How many times he lost before they cut him?
That's true. Yeah. He was loved though. I mean, people really liked watching him. He had some really diehard fans.
So Marvin Vettori last match, him and Brandon Allen looked like hand hunting, and Marvin Vettori only had one straight. That's the only thing he had. He wasn't changing to the body. He wasn't going for a hook. He wasn't getting angle. He just straight forward or back, forward, back, trying to go for attacks. No leg kicks, no knees, no elbows. It's like one-dimensional or half-dimensional, if that, because it's only use the upper body for attack and only one target. So they minimize your chances for winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the sport, it's considered mixed martial arts.
Yes.
There'll be one trick
pony.
Super
well, only bring one. Yeah.
No. There'll be one trick pony. Now, this is Mirabelishvili. Let me go back. How many title defenses does he have this year? 1, 2, 3. This will be his fourth. Defended against Umar Nurmagomedov in January. June versus Sean O'Malley, his son. October versus Red Bulls, Corey Sanhagen. And now against the Russian, Peter Yan. Fourth title defense. He's up there with the record for most title defense within a year.
I was gonna ask what the record was. What is it, 5 then?
Have to see.
Because if anybody could beat that record, it's definitely Parab.
The machine. The record for most UFC title defenses in a single calendar year is 3. Wow.
Okay.
Alex Pereira, 2024. Yeah, 3 defenses.
So here he comes, coming for that one.
Yeah. 4 title defense. That'd be wild if he does 5.
It
Because being
would.
4 was every 3 months, 4 matches.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to take consideration for medical suspensions that they do have to take after matches.
Yeah. So yeah, not only are you taking fights back to back, but you cannot get beat up in those fights.
Yeah. Because you will be, especially if you get cut, they definitely extended your suspension time due to medical issues. Another thing I was going to bring up was that Ilia Topuria. He's going to step out from competition. He was trying to compete early in the year next year, but he's going through a divorce currently. So he's not going to compete. So they're having an interim title for UFC 324. I think Dana White announced it during the halftime of the Lions game during Thanksgiving. Announced that it's going to be the interim title. In the co-main event, it is a women's match. Let me see that card. Yes, Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. It's going to be the co-main event for that one. Usually you want to have a strong show for your first card in a new either streaming or a channel that you're going to be in. And I mean, they have Justin Gaethje, the highlight reel. He usually gets bonus for fight of the night or finish of the night, performance of the night. Either one way or another, he's receiving in or the one. Yeah. But him versus Paddy the Mouth Pimblett. Paddy the Batty. Armin was complaining about this, why he wasn't given a title shot. Considering he just submitted and dominated Dan Hooker in Qatar. Because he was supposed to fight Islam Makhachev. And then he got injured. Remember, he had the back injury a week off. But ever since, he hasn't gotten called for a title shot.
Interesting. Why would you think that is?
I'm not sure. I don't know if Hunter and Dana White are holding a vendetta against him because of that right there. He pulled his back doing stupid shit with Nina. Remember, he's doing the bridges and running.
Yeah.
Remember? And they pulled out a card, considering he already lost against Islam once.
Right.
So I don't know if he's running for him and they're trying making weight for another, or he try to have him go against Ilya when he comes back. Ilya Topuria. But more than likely, usually the interim champion fights
I would think
the unanimous champion, the undisputed. Now we're getting ahead of ourselves, but Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett, how do you think that's going to go?
with how Gaethje's been doing lately, it's hard to say. I mean, Paddy's explosive. He's fast. I don't know. Gaethje really can take a hit and then can throw right back.
Yeah. That's why people that Gaethje lost against were not punk either.
Right.
I mean, he lost Islam Makhachev, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Max Holloway, which was at the end, or the last round.
Exactly. Yeah. They're both dead tired at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, with a broken nose that he broke in the first round.
Right. So, yeah. I feel like Justin can pull that one off.
Yeah. For a title.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he already had that interim title before when he went against El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson. Remember?
Right. I forgot about
The
that.
second interim title.
Gosh, that was a fight. That was crazy.
With Tony Ferguson.
Tony never came back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I remember seeing that because I thought Justin was dead. I truly did. I've liked him. I was cheering for him that whole time, and that blew my mind. I've never seen. I don't think I've ever expected a fight to go badly that much and then seeing the guy just turn around. You know what I mean? That was a fun one.
Yeah, and to your point about him receiving and giving it back, that's a perfect example because Tony Ferguson, he will hesitate every time he'll take a shot at Gaethje because he'll come back with a left hook and just destroy his face every time.
Yeah. 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 For everything he was throwing, Gaethje was giving it right back, even harder. So
Yeah, he will flinch
yes.
and oh man, hits hard. And he has a fast switch kick as far as like low kick
Mhm.
that he doesn't telegraph. Consider that he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
He never uses it.
Yeah. Gosh, so watching him try to wrestle is crazy.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting how Patty will try to game plan around this because usually somebody that's like that, you can bank on their not having a good cardio, but he trains in Denver, Gaethje. So his tank is never low. He's always ready to go.
Gaethje doesn't cut weight, does he?
He doesn't cut much weight now.
That's
He
right.
doesn't have
And I think his gas tank's very good, I think.
yeah.
So yeah, you can't really go into deep water with him and expect to, gain much.
The only time that he run into an issue about that was against Dustin Poirier. His coach, Trevor Whitman, said that he just got a little cocky in there, and that's he got caught by Dustin in the first fight they fought each other.
Mm-hmm.
But look at the second time they went against each other, he took Dustin's head with a head kick for the BMF title.
Yep. Yeah, that was dang. Again, another crazy fight from Justin. That's why we like him.
Yeah. Because you thought Dustin would you to put it out to him, being the diamond as far as like he hit hard too. Another softball. I thought that Dustin would be able to make it a crazy fight, but no. He pulled a high kick out of nowhere, took him out. Like, you can tell how good a performance it is because it makes the other guy question his career choices after it. Because Dustin was I know this is it. Because he know what was going to happen after that. Because he already lost the title for against Islam and Khabib. No, he lost against Khabib already. He was going to try to go for the BMF title, lost against Gaethje. And then after that, they gave him Benoit Sanders, which is undefeated at the time. It's a killer. So like he know what he was going to do. Then Dustin show up the diamond and went for it. But yeah, so you can tell somebody's good performance it is if they make them question their career choices afterwards. Like, am I supposed to be here with these killers?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I can take another fight like that.
Yeah. Also, he's the highlight.
Yeah.
Is he?
Mm.
So if you're signing the contract to go against him, you better know what's his help.
Yeah.
Paddy has a big mouth. He has a big following. Hopefully, he has the check to cash come that night against Gaethje. Because
Oh,
do you think the trash talk Paddy Pimblett brings is going to affect Justin Gaethje?
I feel like it could. I feel like Gaethje does or can let people get in his head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope not, but it's very possible in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, bring guerrilla warfare. Just like because if he knows Paddy knows that Justin can beat him in a regular match, but if you bring mental warfare, trying to bring it to his level, he can try to beat him that way. But also, something I find interesting is that he is an obsessed individual, Justin Gaethje, because he started playing golf too recently. He beat the shit out of DC. That's why DC started taking golf lessons. He took, I think, second place in I think it was like a Tom Brady fundraiser for like different athletes. Justin Gaethje took second place in golf tournament.
What?
Yeah, that's how obsessed he gets for stuff. Yeah, I can't remember how much I think he got a crazy car, um, from that event. So, I mean, if fighting doesn't um work out for him, he can always go to golf.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, I've never played like actual golf, but I've heard it's really hard. So
Yeah,
that sounds pretty impressive.
you consider somebody that has all this stuff trying to master first fighting, though. Yeah, that's what it tells you about the personality that he has as far as getting obsessed with doing things. So will that be considered a way for him to just Patty just to get him? I mean, somebody that has an OCD personality. Whenever freaking Gaethje she's trying to do something, he just hide his glove and put him in a different place. Like, motherfucker, just the one with him or something like that. No, boom. He just probably has a like a personality that he just I guess obsessed with things easily. Just like also he doesn't get bored easily.
Yeah.
Not people that are like that.
hmm
Just pick something else.
they're always doing something.
Now, the co-main event, Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes, undoubtedly considered the GOAT in women's MMA versus Kayla Harrison. According to Kayla Harrison, she never trained with Amanda Nunes, but they come out of the same camp, American Top Team. Amanda Nunes, I don't think she's training out of American Top Team currently for this fight. How do you think that's going to go?
I mean, I feel like Amanda Nunes has the harder task because she hasn't fought in a while,
Mm-hmm.
whereas Kayla has been active. I think that is an advantage for Kayla. Kayla's a monster, though. I don't know. It'll be an interesting fight. I'm very interested to see the result. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I think the same thing about Amanda Nunes, depending which Amanda Nunes comes out being inactive. Because she has lost against Kat Zingano. Kat Zingano is not punk, but Kat Zingano beat her. Speaking of monster, she had beat the boogeyman of a women's MMA, Chris Cyborg, when she was really active. So if she's able to beat Chris Cyborg, will she be able to beat Kayla Harrison, which is a homegrown boogie woman? Because she's the same him as her. Yeah, Olympic gold medalist in judo. And then dude, it would be interesting if Amanda Nunes comes out with Henry Cejudo.
Forget about the fight with.
Tell that little midget, shut the fuck up. She hates it so much.
That's funny.
Speaking of Chris Cyborg, she was making fun of Ronda Rousey because there's some talk about Katie Taylor boxing Ronda Rousey in Vegas in 2026. And according to Chris Cyborg, she says she saw Ronda Rousey shadow boxing one time and the shadow won.
Dang,
The terrible boxer, she had no business
crazy.
being a boxing man.
That's a good one. That's a good roast.
Coming from Chris Cyborg.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what do you think about Ronda Rousey going to boxing? I mean, she tried judo world, tried MMA, tried pro wrestling, and now boxing.
I mean, it'll be interesting. It's not like she's got no experience with it. Yeah, I really don't know. It's hard to picture her doing that.
Yeah, considering her losses are being knockouts.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely trying out a weakness, but
yeah.
I imagine it helps.
Well,
What's that?
no, go ahead, my bad.
No. I imagine it helps getting rid of the other aspects and only having to focus on boxing. That will definitely be a help for her. I mean, yeah, just isolating it down to that one thing so she can really hone in on that. Yeah, I think that should help her out, I think.
Yeah. But also, you could consider the other person have been doing that got asked for longer than she has been trying to.
True.
During the time that she's been playing grab ass, the other girl has been boxing. That would be interesting because she, Holly Holmes, world champion in boxing and kickboxing before she came into MMA and beat Ronda Rousey in MMA. So now she goes against a boxer in boxing. I'm not sure how that will go. Another former champion in MMA, Gina Carano. Remember her? She was a Strike Force women's MMA. She was a poster woman for MMA back in the day before there was Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
She last fought in the cage in 2009 when she lost against Chris Cyborg. And allegedly, she started coming back and training too. Some fans are calling for her fighting Ronda Rousey because both of them are, as far as bringing in money for our views, they are up there. But after what Ronda Rousey said about MMA fans attached to Khabib Nurmagomedov's cock. I don't think she will come back to MMA.
Don't think so. Yeah, I think she was burning that bridge.
Yeah. Maybe a jiu-jitsu match, maybe. Considering
I
both of their
doubt it.
grapplers.
I doubt it. I really is she gonna get enough pay? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like she's not gonna come back. Not for anything.
Yeah. Let's CGI 3. Craig Jones, set it up.
Yeah, right.
Number 5. Since he's retired, right?
What's up?
Craig Jones retired. That was supposed to be his last match against Chael Sonnen. So if he can bring somebody else that's a big viewers for the main event in the CGI 3, Gina Carano versus Gabi Garcia. Damn. Game over. The Renato Laraja is going to be the referee. I just remember grappling referees. Herzog. I haven't seen him since those allegations came out. The referee Herzog.
Yeah.
It's early November when he got, remember that allegations of that fighter, and he was involved in like over 100 fights that were fixed. I've not seen him ref any more matches, considering even BJJ matches.
Yeah. I mean, in the case like that, he might just be like suspended until, you know, it wouldn't really work to have him reffing if he's under investigation, I think.
Yeah. But that was an allegation. It wasn't like a real, like, they were saying that he was involved. But I mean, if they're really investigation, they probably he's suspended. They're
Right.
real, that all those allegations.
Right. Yeah, that's.
I just remember that something new in the UFC this year that happened. I mean, so many things happened this year, man. But the most champions change in each weight class this year I can think of, other than Pantoja, because Mirabalishvili is a new champion. Well, he was a champion 135. Then Bone. Heavyweight champion, John Jones, now it's Aspinall. 155, Ili Topuria. 170, Islam Makhachev. Who's the 185 right now? I can't remember right now. Your boy, the Wolf. Smash everybody, Hansa Shemaev.
Yeah, okay.
205, Alex Pereira. Back in, he took it from Ankalaev. So it seems like all those titles changed during this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it does. There's been a lot going on for sure. Yeah. I wonder why that is. I wonder if there's a push for more larger events. I wouldn't be surprised, you know?
I'm not sure. It's hard to be dominant nowadays, too.
That's true. Yeah.
Because there's so much involved nowadays, and they can study you even more. Currently, there's only one American champion. 2 if you count the BMF title. The Americans need an American champion for the White House card in July. Do you think there's going to be one by then? Another one?
So hard to say.
As far as
Not the way it's
contender?
been going,
No.
but
Because you don't see any contenders like they're
right, exactly.
American.
Yeah. I can't say I have my hopes up for it.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, because there's nothing in sight that I can think of anyway.
I see somebody during the forums, they were talking about that, how there's no American champions currently. Back in the day, there used to be a bunch of them, like Brock Lesnar, Robbie Lawler, and there are a few that were there. Frank Yeager, 155. They had different ones that were in there, but nowadays there's not that many. But in most of them, what they have in common is wrestling. They come from a wrestling background. Nowadays, it's the international Dagestan wrestling has taken over American.
Much so.
Do you see Bo Nickel as a contender for a champion against Hansa Shemaev? Speaking wrestling? No. He's also active in this past weekend. There's Real American Freestyle Wrestling. He was announced that he's going to be in the next card versus Yoel Romero. That'd be interesting match. Them two. In 2000, I can't remember when Bo was born. Bo Nickel. In 2000, Romero was already world champion and a silver medalist in the Olympics. And Bo Nickel was still little.
I saw that picture. Yeah.
He's 4 years old.
Was it? I would say 2009 something.
No, it was in 2000 when he won silver medalist.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, never mind. It's probably 2009 because he had wrestled Cal Sanderson. He retired Cal Sanderson by then. Bo Nickel. But that'd be interesting how those two go match up. Considering he'd be doing bare knuckle, Joe Romero, and he usually doesn't use his wrestling for MMA.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be interesting. Although he doesn't use it, I'm sure his defense is really good. You know what I mean? That might be to his advantage because it'll keep Bo where he doesn't want to be, and then he's obviously going to have the defense.
It's going to be a 205 when they're competing.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, never mind. It was 2000. He got a silver medalist. Silver medalist in Sydney in 1999. He won the Worlds in Ankara. But dude, yeah, 205. He competes at 185. And you remember cutting down to 205. He is a monster. Good luck, man.
Yeah, for real.
And it's in wrestling. Weight does matter. The good example was this weekend was Chad Mendes versus Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler usually competes at 155 when he competes in MMA. And against Chad Mendes, he used to compete at 145. And he lost the match. He said that the weight was a difference. He lost 4-1, but he was able to move Chandler like he would want to because the weight was different. That was the main event of the evening. Then you have other match was Kaden Henshaw, a YouTuber versus Clay Guida. He tech fall Clay Guida 11-0. The Carpenter. You have Pat Downey. He went against Joaquin Buckley, another MMA guy. He said, remember what his nickname is? He said Boka Magedov. That's what he said. He's going to be his nickname. He walked there with a Dagestan hat too, and two chicks to say he's Russian. He's self-proclaimed. He identifies as a Russian.
Yeah.
He went out there and got tech fall 12-0 by PD3. The Lizard King. Another notable win was Alexis Gomez. She went against Bella Mir, Frank Mir's daughter. It was on criteria. I think she was winning 3-3. And at the extra of the match, Bella Mir was trying to get a push out for 1 point. And she got thrown on her feet to back. Bella Mir got thrown. 4-point move. 7-3. Finished the match. Crazy match. I sent you the highlight for that one because Bella Mir looked like she was bigger than her. But she was able to dig in and throw Bella Mir. Consider she's a multi-sport competitor, MMA, wrestling, etc., jiu-jitsu. I think she has a match coming up for UFC BJJ against Rhino Willing, Joko Willing's daughter.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Also interesting that she picks matches like this in the middle of the wrestling season because this is wrestling season right now. It is interesting. I don't know if girls have as many matches.
Yeah.
As guys do for competing during the season.
That's true. I imagine their brackets are way smaller.
Yeah. A notable win was Boba Fett, a high school kid. He pinned Daniel Caldwell. He was 4-time All-American national champion for NC State. These kids are disrespectful as hell. He is going to Virginia Tech, by the way, as far as next year for wrestling college. At first, he had committed to Iowa. Something happened for him. He was trying to train with the Iowa team, allegedly. And the coaches did not let him train for world trials or some sort of event like that. So he decided to decommit from Iowa wrestling. Virginia Tech recently had some new funds that they found. $100 million under somebody's mattress, and they were able to get Boba Fett to come to there as well as his number 3 recruit.
Love it when you conveniently find that.
Yeah, no, right? You conveniently find that so you can get new recruits for your program. National champions. Because, they already have a Caleb Henson. He's a 2-time finalist and 1-time national champion for Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech always finish top 10 every year. And they have new blood now coming in for the program. I can't remember what Virginia Tech finished in the national duels, but they finished up there on one of the top 8 teams. They competed, and they're gonna have new people coming in there now. Another one was Austin Gomez. He's known for he was competing in wrestling since the Reagan administration. He was competing forever. Out of high school, he went to Iowa State. He had an injury, and he took some time off. Came back wrestle for Wisconsin, 2 years, and then he stopped wrestling for a year or two. He realized that he had an extra year eligibility because of COVID. He came back wrestling for Michigan and made it to the finals, but he never won nationals. And this match was against Austin O'Connor, was UNC North Carolina. He was 2-time champion at 149 and at 157. He went against Austin O'Connor. Austin O'Connor versus Austin Gomez. And Austin Gomez beat him 9-1 in this match. Yeah. So that was interesting. Austin Gomez have been on a tear. Now that he's doing international rules, he has been destroying people in wrestling.
Interesting. Is there a big difference in the rule set?
You don't have to do a small scramble on the ground. Just don't get turned. That's all, and then stand you back up. It's more, and then you get pushed out points. And Austin Gomez is a cowboy when it comes to upper body. He likes to throw people. Upper body throws. So you have to take consideration every time you tangle up with him because he might dump you on your head. But Austin O'Connor was always able to negate that. Austin O'Connor, he had nice matches against Ed Scott from NC State because Ed Scott liked to throw people too. So they used to have good matches. And he was impressed that Austin Gomez was able to beat Conor. Interesting fact is that Austin Gomez's sister was the one that went against Bellamere, Alexis Gomez. So both of the Gomez won that night. Yeah. The Spencer Lee, he lost by a fall. He got pinned. It's a potential 4-time national champion for Iowa. But he was the one that won nationals with Nunes that his junior year. It was wild. One of the most condecorated American wrestlers, Spencer Lee, in high school, college, and also international. But it looks like he had a concussion. He landed on his head at the beginning of the match. So it didn't look like he recovered. Once he put in his back, he got pinned. So it is tough when you have to make adjustments like that when you get hit on your head. Another match was Jordan Oliver versus Real Woods. Real Woods is a finalist. I think it's 2-time finalist in college wrestling. When he was in Iowa, he was a finalist. But he lost. Jordan Oliver was the wrestler for Oklahoma State. I think it's 2-time national champion, 3 times finalist. Some say that he won the third one against Logan Stever. It was a weird match. Jordan Oliver got taken down, and the referee considered a takedown, but it wasn't a takedown. Logan Stever, with that victory, became a 4-time national champion. For that year, it made it interesting because one was a 3-time national champion, the other was a 2-time national champion going against each other, which is a big match. And it came down to that.
That's action packed.
Yeah. But we'll see next one what they're having. But Jordan Oliver is beat Real Woods on criteria because it's 2-2. But Jordan Oliver won that one. But they were going to run that one back in the next one because that one's for the featherweight title because they have titles in there. So they're running it back. Jordan Oliver's Real Woods. That's another thing I was going to say. Another news for wrestling was Iowa versus Iowa State was this past weekend. Iowa State beat Iowa for the first time in 20 years. Some people are freaking out as far as why their Iowa's not doing so well. For example, their poster boy, Spencer Lee, got pinned recently. He might be leaving the team somewhere else so he can get better in wrestling. It's nothing to, but he has I think he lost 2 matches this year, Spencer Lee. Considering last year, he finished second in the Olympics, silver medalist. Nothing to be ashamed of being an Olympic silver medalist. But, Craig Jones made a life out of it, Silver King. So there's nothing to be ashamed of if you're getting there in the matches. But Iowa, they lost this duel It's a close duel that you, at least 14-20. I mean, the other guy would have won. Probably was 17-17. Because it's usually 3 points. It came down to the last match. One guy won. It was 17-14 coming into the last match. There's only one major decision, but a lot of people are freaking out about the whole program. Because they lost this duel and they lost the Ohio State duel. The first 5 matches, they have a couple of guys that got pinned or tech fall major decision. Um, I mean, they won the rest of the matches, so it's nothing like to pull the plug. One of the guys that said that, well, he had a good point though. Ben Askren said that he was willing to help the program and let go of the twins, the brands that are currently the coaches from the program. He was willing to help with that training because they're going away from the Iowa style wrestling, kind of like the down here dead squad used to do back in the day, bring a lot of actions, just pull like action pack. That is what they used to be before, but now they're stalling back. They're like pulling back, different kind of wrestling, and they put too much money in bringing in transfer rather than recruiting their own guys and building up from the bottom. So, I mean, the program is having trouble. The possible right now is Drake Ayala, 133 pounder, 2-time finalist. Both times he lost. One against Lucas Bird this past year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have guys in there in the finals. You just have to. I mean, their heavyweight just had hip surgery during the off season. It's hard. It's a hard injury to come back from.
Yeah, no, that one I'm sure set you back a long ways. That
Yeah.
doesn't heal quickly.
Yeah. And they have a big wrestling room as far as their senior level competing for worlds or team members for the USA and also for the college program. And they train with each other. So it's just a matter of time for them to build their program back to where they are. But it's hard to run a program to be like successful as competitive as it is. Consider that in a world that we live in, immediate gratifications, everybody wants to win, immediate wins. Like, dude, it doesn't happen like that. They have been there for almost 20 years now. Tom Brands as a head coach. And not every team is going to be as good as Penn State. When was it early on last month, whenever Penn State, when the week is supposed to be national duels, they went against somebody else. The head coach for Penn State, he has a ridiculous winning percentage of 92%. How many coaches do you know have a winning percentage of 92%?
Yeah, that seems almost unheard of.
Yeah, that is an outlier just trying to compare.
92%. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then the rest of the pack, they're just trying to beat each other, trying to get to the top. And then you have the outlier, in which is not willing to compete with the rest of the teams in a dual competition. So it'll be interesting. But Ohio State was one of those teams that they were like dominant, but recently they have put into their lower classmen. They had a documentary series called The Young Bucks because the Buckeyes, in which they're putting into their lower classmen and building up. A lot of them, some of them were All American, and those are the matches that bring you up as a program. Because if you have one finalist in national, but if you have 10 All Americans, it actually helps you a lot more, having just one finalist because you still get points for more wrestlers stay active in the bracket. And along that as well, if those same guys show up to dual matches and they start winning matches all together, that's going to be a great program and a great culture to have. But Ohio State, the last time they won it was, I think, 10 years ago. And now they're building back again. So it took about 10 years for them to get to where they are now.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, bringing somebody up from the ground and, that makes sense. It's got to be a step-by-step process.
Yeah. And you have to let it develop too, because it's just not going to be sprout out of nowhere. You have to let it develop, which Iowa should probably get some recruits and build them from bottom rather than getting transfers, because they spend a lot of money on transfer. And Sometimes it work out. Sometimes Real Woods was one of them. I can't remember who else was in there. They came in. Michigan tried that too. It's something like that is working out for them this year, bringing in transfer. One of the transfer was from Michigan State was Saldate, which was, I didn't remember the kid that Islam Makashev did a Russian web video on. It was a high school kid. It was him when he was in high school. He trained under DC when he was in high school. DC
Okay.
was his high school coach, but he was from Michigan. But yeah, it is difficult to develop a program with having so many naysayers. I mean, you have to be able. Also, whether you give up on the coach whenever they have a lot of injuries during on your guys, does that falls down on the athletic trainers or does it fall down on the head coach not having so many guys that are prospect that are good but they keep getting injured, blow their knees all the time?
I mean, I would think that the head coach has to analyze that sort of thing. But what do you think?
Yeah, you just have to the programming because you want to be able having to peak during peak season rather than peaking in practice. There's a difference. That's the balance of as far as jiu-jitsu. Do you want to be an all-American in practice, beating everybody, but when it comes to competition time, you're deer in the headlights. You don't know what to do. You just freak out. So you want to build up to peaking season. I seen a video recently about when you want to plan your programming of training. So peak days you want to make Tuesday or Saturday. Saturdays make sense because it is the days that you usually compete on. And then Tuesday is far away from Tuesday and kind of like middle of the week that you want to be able to get some tough practice. If you train that way, then back off a little bit on Wednesday, drilling, sort of like that.
Just hone, yeah.
Yeah. Because in college wrestling, you cannot go live every day and making weight every 2 days.
That still blows my mind.
Yeah. Because you have to make weight during competition. So you have to, it's hard for you to replenish your carb storage and your protein for muscle development when you're cutting weight. So that's the balance right there.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that really. Do you? I mean, really, cutting weight, you're kind of starving your body, but yeah.
Starving your body while trying to make gains in competition. It's like the polar opposite. So you have to eat like a ninja, real clean.
Yes, that I believe. Yeah. You have to be very intentional about everything you're putting in your body at that point.
Yeah. It's like a drag race, high octane fuel. So you have to have a smooth run and make it for how long? From November to March, competition time.
That's too.
And you have big holidays during that time. You have Christmas and Thanksgiving holiday with a lot of food is involved during that season. So it makes it difficult. That's what I have. That's what I have for today. Do you have anything else you wanna talk about?
No.
Okay. For those of you want to follow up, I'll be competing in Naga in January. Bermuda Run. Show up. I'll be in the parking lot waiting for you. Just kidding. I'm not that guy. But going jumping back on the wagon of competition, see where I am. I've been working a lot of ground game as far as not so much takedowns lately this whole year. So trying to get better my sweeps and attacks from my guard and defending a lot of fucking leg locks in my gym because I saw that things I probably won't see during competition. But I'll see where I am coming in January.
There's something you could do though in competition because your opponent probably wouldn't see it much either.
Yeah, watch me. I must start pulling guard the whole time.
Yes.
Who the fuck is this, Derving? Just drop down full guard. What the hell? That'd be weird. My wrestling coach was rolling his ground on the ground. But yeah, I don't have anything else for today. You want to close us out?
Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed the cast. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeartRadios, and iTunes. Give us a follow on Instagram. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Hope to see you all next time.
Thanks for tuning in to the Mad Matters podcast.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube so you never miss an episode. Drop us a review, share with your training partners, and keep rolling on and off the mat. Until next time, keep fighting, keep learning, keep growing.
Rise up, fight.